Well, now we're going to do the zero exponent rule. And that means anything to the 0 power is going to equal 1. It's going to be a quick little lesson. X to the 0 power is 1. 5 to the 0 power, 1. So any value to the 0 exponent will always equal 1. So 3 to the 0 power, 1. Negative 4 to the 0 power, 1. See how easy that is? 5x cubed y squared to the 0 power, 1. No, I take that back. Let's look at that again. Okay. So I have, no, it is. It's 1. It's 1. Okay, this one's going to be different, right? Because this one's separated. This one's in parentheses. This one is not. This one is 5 times 1, and that would be 5. There we go. See, Miss Saul gets a little confused, but we figured it out. And then I have simplify each expression. That means you're going to do all those rules, the product rule, the quotient rule, the power to power rule, and the 0 exponent rule, and do the math in here, okay? So 4 squared is going to be 16, and 4 to the 0 power is 1, and then that would be 15. Cool. B, x to the 0 power to the 3rd power. Power to power rule, right? 0 times 3 is 0, and anything to 0 power is 1. And then 2 to the 0 power to the 5th power, and 0 times 5 is 0. And so 2 to the 0 power would be 1. So then that would just equal 2. How cool is that? Different, right? Here we have power to power rule. And we would do 3 squared y to the 7th squared. And then we would get 9y to the 14th. And then we have 6x to the 5th power squared. And we'd have 6 squared x to the 5th squared. And we have 6 squared is 36. And x to the 5th to the 2nd power, 5 times 2 is 10. So it would be x to the 10. But notice that the 9 and 36 can be reduced. There's a little bit of a pickle, right? So you reduce that fraction 1 over 4, but you can keep the variables with the exponents the same. And so this would be your final question, your final answer. You have to reduce the 936. Reduce it to simplest form. And then this one, you have 2a cubed b to the 4th power to the cubed. And then you have negative 8a 9b squared. Okay, so 2 to the 3rd power is 8. A cubed to the cube is 3 times 3 is 9. That's a 9. B to the 4th cubed would be 4 times 3 is 12. And then you have negative 8 a to the 9th b squared. Now you got to follow through with it. You're not done because now you have to simplify it. So 8 divided by negative 8 is going to be a negative 1. 8 divided by negative 8 is going to be a negative 1. A to the 9th divided by a to the 9th, they kind of cancel out one another. B to the 12th divided by b squared, well, that would be your quotient rule, and you would subtract that, and that would be b to the 10th. So technically, they would probably just do negative b to the 10th as the final answer because they don't really put that 1 next to that b in that variable. So that is how you do those problems. And you could stop, rewind, do them on your own and see if you can get the answers correct, okay? And then I think this would lead us into adding our polynomials, and we are going to talk about that in the next lesson. So thank you and stay tuned.